Good morning. Happy Friday. Today is June 12th. I hope everybody has been having a fantastic week so far. Today, I do not have headlines for you, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Renaissance fairs. I'm not sure if any of you have ever gone to a Renaissance fair or know what a Renaissance fair is. I'm sure most, if not all of you, know what a Renaissance fair is. My daughters and I created a new tradition where every year in June we go to the Renaissance Fair to celebrate my oldest daughter's birthday and my birthday, because her birthday is June 6th and mine is June 15th. And every year in Canby, Oregon, for the month of June, the whole month of June, every weekend they have a Renaissance Fair, and each weekend is themed. And this year I will be driving up there for the last weekend of June to attend the Renaissance Fair with my daughters. And that weekend the theme is pirate themed, and I don't have anything that looks piratey, so I still have to do some shopping. And I really need to hurry up because I only have a few more weeks until I leave. So at the Renaissance Fair, the one that we go to in Canby, which is the only one that I've ever been to, the day starts at around 9:45 in the morning. The king gives a speech to start the day and kind of gets things kicked off at the fair. You don't really have to go and watch the king give the speech. You can already be going around to the different vendors and the food and all of that, which, speaking of the food, at the Renaissance Fair, you can get a big old giant juicy turkey leg. And that is the most popular food to get there, and you will see lots of people walking around with giant turkey legs. You can also get meat pies. Never had one of those. And they have a whole variety of other food you can get, and a bunch of different types of sweet treats, including caramel apples, which I am a huge fan of caramel apples. And then for drinks, they have meads, beer, for those of you who like beer, ciders, cocktails, mocktails, and then of course they have regular drinks like water, lemonade, things like that. And shows. The Renaissance Fair has a wide variety of shows, different types of shows. So I wrote down some of the names of just a few shows that they have there. So one show that they have is Robin Hood and Maid Marian. I don't know what they do because I haven't seen that show yet. Another one is the Pillage People, Piccolo Puppet Players, Dungeons and Shakespeare, and then they have Supernova, the Strong Woman, Not Strong Man. So she's pretty cool to watch. And then of course the main attraction that they have there is the jousting tournament. That is super fun to watch. They do real jousting. They actually hit each other with the poles. Are they called poles? I don't know. The jousting sticks. I'm not sure what they're called officially, but it is really fun to watch the horses go back and forth. And last year when we went, they were training a new horse, and so they had one of the knights holding onto the reins of that horse with no rider, and that horse went along with him while he was doing the jousting and the other contests, horse contests. So it was pretty cool overall. It's a super fun experience, dressed up, and you get to see tons of other people who are dressed up. They have lots of vendors. If you have never been, I suggest you go. Even if you don't want to dress up, it's just a super fun experience and a great way to spend your day. They do have one around here. I am not going to attempt to say the name because I forgot. Clayton told me, so you can ask Clayton and you can ask Tony because they're the ones who told me about it. And it comes through here in September through October. So I'm gonna try to get my daughters to come down here again in October and go to that Renaissance Fair as well. And if I do, I will film another morning routine to tell you about it. Okay, let's move into classic car review.
Hey everyone, it's Isaiah here for another classic car review. And today's car is the 1963 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport from Fast and Furious 5, 2011. The car from Fast 5, 2011 that Dominic Toretto drives during the train heist sequence is based on the legendary 1963 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport. However, the movie cars were actually specially built replicas because the real Grand Sports are far too rare and valuable to risk destroying it in a stunt movie. Only 5 Grand Sports were ever built in the 1960s. Why it's special? The original Grand Sport was created by Corvette engineer Zora Arkus Duntov to compete against the famous Chevy Cobras in racing. Chevy canceled the project after only 5 cars were completed, making them among the rarest Corvettes ever built. For Fast 5, movie car builder Dennis McCarthy's team used replica Grand Sports built by Mongoose Motors. About 12 replicas were constructed for filming, and many were destroyed during stunts. Some even used custom chassis designed specifically for jumps and crashes. Visual features: long low racing body, wide fender flares, classic silver paint, open-top roadster design, racing style side vents, aggressive front grille, lightweight race car appearance, one of the most recognizable cars in the opening train heist scene of Fast 5. If you accidentally called it a regular Corvette Stingray, don't worry too much. The Grand Sport looks similar to a Stingray, but it's actually a much rarer racing version. Many casual movie fans do not know the difference. The movie car itself was also a replica rather than one of the priceless original Grand Sports. And right here is a picture of what the car actually looks like. Such a beauty.
3, 2, 1, go!
Thanks, Isaiah. I am not a car person whatsoever, so you say that car to me and you don't show me a picture, and I know what a Corvette is, but all the rest of it just sounds like a garbled mess. But thanks, Isaiah. Next up, we're going to have Gary with Epic Games.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the latest episode of what is free at the Epic Game Store. This lovely meadow I have behind me. Today we have 2 free games. Sorry. Today we have 2 free games. Both of them completely different. All right. The first one is called Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks. Okay, I gotta get that name right. The reason I gotta get that right is you're playing a Speed Freaks game, which is like a road race combat game, but in the Warhammer universe, Warhammer 40,000 universe. You got orcs and stuff, and the side effects of them, like the vehicles you're driving, are gonna look all knobbly. Look like something that a monster would drive. You have cars, you have like tanks, you have helicopters, plane type things, and you get to fly and drive all of them. The game looks hilarious, it looks fun, but I believe it is a multiplayer game. If you really want to have a good time doing it, I don't know, you want to do it against AI. You want to play with other people. Since it's free, usually when this happens, they put out something like this, you'll get a burst of people picking it up because it's free and then playing it. So if you want to go out there online, find a server that's playing it, it shouldn't cost you anything. Jump into a game, but mind you, remember, also, the game has been out since 2025. So yeah, like literally 1 year ago this thing was released. And when that happens, you're gonna have people who've been playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it. So when you jump out there, expect to get your butt kicked quickly, but you adapt. Just like when you're playing Mario Kart with like Isaiah, you adapt. You accept that you're gonna be second place. You adapt. Anyway, yes, Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks. It is cool looking, great graphics. It's free, normally a $20 game. I suggest you get this one. I'm not going to take the time to hit the button, but as soon as I get done filming this, I'm going to grab this one. This one is a definite must-have. The next game, though, is an acquired taste. This one is called the Ouroboros King. Hang on, let me get backwards here. The Ouroboros King, you're not playing a king so much as you're playing a variation of a rogue-like chess game. Roguelike chess game. Sorry. Excuse me, did I say light? Roguelite chess game. Okay. So expect that when you die, you're gonna have to reset the board. But it is chess, but it's a different kind of chess. You can get like power-ups on your chess pieces. It's replayable. You get to play on the same machine with somebody else. Like, you could challenge somebody to game on your computer, and they could be playing on one side, you could be playing on the other. You don't need to use 2 separate computers to run the same game like you have to on a lot of these. If you want to play with somebody else on a lot of these, they have to be on one computer, you have to be on another one completely. This one you can both do on the same thing on the same screen. Not my cup of tea. If you like chess, I do like chess, but this one, no. But supposedly you don't need to know chess. You don't need to know the combinations that you have in chess that really bring it to life. You just have to be able to learn this one, okay? So normally it's a $10 game. I know it should be a $5 game. But right now it's free. If you like chess and you like roguelike games, light games, get the Ouroboros King. It's only $0. You can't lose with that. $0. All right, but definitely get Speed Freaks. Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks is a definite must grab. Ouroboros King, why not? Tune in next week. Next week we have one that's really cool. Okay, the artwork in it is choice. So don't forget to watch us next week. But this week, get them both, okay? Speed Freaks and the Ouroboros King. Have a good week, everybody. See you next week. Hello.
Next up is NASCAR with Alex.
We're back for more NASCAR race winning picks, and the last time that it happened was at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600 for the return of NASCAR on Prime Video. Daniel Suarez won the rain-shortened Coca-Cola 600, and it was a good race over there. And Denny Hamlin wins in Nashville, and another good race in Michigan. Prime seems to be knocking it off right out of the park. And this time we're doing race number 4, and it all takes place in the mountains of Pennsylvania. And I'm sure you guys may know what it means. Home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pittsburgh Pirates, Team Pittsburgh, anything that you name, you got it. But you can't have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania without Pocono Raceway. Today, we are coming to you from Pocono Raceway from the Pennsylvania mountains. This racetrack is known as the Tricky Triangle, and the reason why they call it that because of how tricky it is.
And it's a triangle after all.
It definitely is. So they call that the Tricky Triangle for a reason. And happy Friday, everyone, from Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania. And as we welcome you back into our NASCAR Race Winning Picks partnership of the morning routine, I am Alex Gonzalez, and joining me is my NASCAR expert and fan, that is Zach.
Hello.
And we're back for NASCAR Race Winning Picks after a great Michigan race, O'Reilly Series getting the day off, trucks at Michigan, and the Cup Series in Michigan. Prime seems to be knocking it out right out of the park with the TV coverage. What do you think of Prime?
Yeah, I like it better than Fox.
As a fan myself, Prime is doing good, but as I say, Fox still sucks, and I still think there should be a new network or a former network to replace Fox Sports. If you had to choose, which one would it be?
I'd definitely pick Prime.
You definitely pick Prime to replace Fox Sports, but as a fan myself, I still am praying for CBS Sports to come back to NASCAR and take over the rights. And if they do, it will be nostalgia for the first time since 2000 to be returning to NASCAR. But enough about that. Let's get to the race and focus on Pocono Raceway. And it's time to get the picks. Who wins this week at Pocono Raceway?
My pick will be Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney, the guy that won here in 2024. He seems to be pretty good, but the season has just gone a little bit off for him. And I'm sure Ryan Blaney could find a way to get back into the winning rhythm, and I do believe he could have a good chance at it. But a guy like me, I am going to go with the guy who I think will have a good chance in winning in this race. But all in all, I think I'm going to go with Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson is still on that long winless streak. It has been 39 races since Kyle Larson went to victory lane. And he's a two-time champion, still winless, trying to keep his spot into the chase. And more importantly though, still looking for that win. He's 6th into the chase standings. Can Kyle Larson find the speed and the momentum to get back to victory lane? Driving for the number 5 of HendrickCars.com Chevrolet, seems to be doing pretty well for Hendrick Motorsports. But all in all, I think Zach picks Ryan Blaney to win the race, and I think he can get it done, but I still choose Kyle Larson to win the race. But as you know, we are covering NASCAR race winning picks. But before we go, we got to close off the video with one note to let you know what happened in the NASCAR industry. So during the Memorial Day weekend before the Coca-Cola 600, 41-year-old Kyle Busch had suffered a long illness that started in Watkins Glen, New York during the May portion. After winning his final truck race at Dover Motor Speedway, he announced that he let everybody know that he never knows when the last win is his last. But Kyle Busch definitely shown that he was one of those guys that he could definitely prove that he is a Cup champion and deserves to be a winner. And all in all, he still is a winner in our book. Kyle Busch was racing on the simulator that he was supposed to practice for Coca-Cola 600 that he was supposed to be a part of. Unfortunately, things took a wrong turn in the tables. Kyle Busch felt like he was shortness of breath. He was about to pass out. The temperature started to rise in him and he was very hot.
And he was coughing up some blood, most likely.
He definitely was. and Kyle Busch passed out on the floor, and he was rushed to the hospital trying to get back to life. While several attempts that were made to save Kyle Busch were made, it was too late. Kyle Busch passed away due to illness, which led to pneumonia and turned into sepsis. Discoverers say that Kyle Busch had battled with bacterial pneumonia, and that took his life away. Kyle Busch was just 41 years old before he passed away, and everybody in the NASCAR industry, including Zach and myself, want to take a moment to thank Kyle Busch for all the memories that he shared on and off the racetrack. He was a beloved husband to wife Samantha and a father to 2 kids, Lennox and Brexton. Enjoy the race at Michigan Speedway. Tune in for the Truck Series on Fox Sports 1 and catch the Cup Series Sunday weekend on Prime Video. However, enjoy the race at Pocono. Tune in for the O'Reilly Series on CW. You can catch the Truck Series on Fox Sports 1 and catch the Cup Series on Prime Video. We'll see you guys next week in San Diego.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Alex. Fun fact, when NASCAR opened up a track in Vegas, I went to the very first race there in person because I was living there. It was a super fun experience, except for the fact that it was very hot. I didn't drink enough water, and I ended up in the first aid tent because I got heat exhaustion. So it was unforgettable for more than one reason. Next up is National Day.
Morning, everybody. It's Friday. Down the slope of the week into the weekend. It's going to be a hot one. Stay hydrated. But you know what you can do tonight? And we used to do this every Friday when my kids were young. It's National Movie Night. So back in the day, because remember, I'll say it, I'm older. You went to like Blockbuster or somewhere and you rented a movie and you watched it. So my kids would switch off. One Friday, one got to pick the movie, and the next Friday, the next one got to pick the movie, and so on and so forth. So if you didn't get to pick the movie, so like tonight, if my daughter was the movie picker, my son got to pick whatever game we were gonna play. And so it rotated like that. So everybody got their pick and that type of stuff. And we had pizza, and we watched a movie, and we played a game. And it was fun. And sometimes, if the skeeters weren't too bad, we would set the movie up outside on a sheet. And it would be a screen, and we would roll out stuff outside. We had an old projector that did that. It doesn't work anymore, but you know, now you can get really cool, fancy ones that aren't that expensive and watch a movie outside, which is really cool. I've stayed at a Disney property in Hawaii, and they do it on a huge screen, and they give you mats and a little basket full of, you know, Mickey treats, and you could sit out there and watch a Disney movie under the stars. It is the coolest thing ever. So if you haven't watched a movie in a while, or watch an old movie, I don't know, Steven, maybe watch something from the 80s on movie night tonight. So everybody watch a movie, and we'll see you on Monday on National Movie Night.
National Movie Night Day. What a perfect national day for a Friday, you know? Pop some popcorn, have some drinks of any kind, and pick a movie and relax. Sounds like a great way to spend a Friday night to me. Okay, now we're going to do nostalgia.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Nostalgia. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite shows on Disney Junior. It is about 3 kids, or actually not 4 kids, going on adventures with musical notes all around the world. I think you know them very well. They are the Little Einsteins. Now, this show came out in 2004. It talks about kids named Leo, June, Quincy, and Annie, going in their rocket to fly across the world to help animals or other people that need their help. And all in all, they involve in music. It's just a good show. It's just, I think that's how you got the love for music when you watch the Little Einsteins. It's a good, really great show. I recommend watching the intro. It's really good. But enough of me talking. I hope you enjoyed this nostalgia.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einsteins, climb aboard, get ready to explore. There's so much to find. Little Einsteins, we're going on a mission. Start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone to rocket, rev it up now. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einsteins, climb aboard, get ready to explore. There's so much to find. Little Einsteins, come on, let's go. Little Einsteins, we need you. Little Einsteins, yeah.
Oh, Little Einsteins. My daughters very much liked that show when they were little. I can still hear the song, the intro song, in my head, and I have many wonderful memories of snuggling with them on the couch watching that show. So thank you. Next is Christina's Jokes.
Hey, who is ready to some Santa jokes on June on the Friday? What's brown and hairy and covered with sunscreen? A coconut on summer vacation. What happened when ice cream is angry? It had a meltdown. What's black and white and went all over? A sunburned penguin. Got the weekend and watch some summertime movies. So take care of yourself. Bye.
Oh, it has a meltdown. That's something I'm familiar with. Thanks, Christina. It's always great to see you and hear your jokes. All right, that wraps up today's episode. And I know in the beginning I was very talky. I think this is probably the most talking that I have done in one of the episodes that I filmed. So you're welcome. Just kidding. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I will see you here on Monday with a very special episode of The Morning Routine.